Hi everyone, GM Jared here from Nothing Venture, Nothing Game, and you're in my kitchen because we are doing something kind of fun. So the newest book, the Lost Omens Travel Guide, just came out, and in this book you have a lot of really interesting things fashioned from around Golarion, from the different areas of the world. You have, just besides the fashion, you have food, you have culture. It's a really interesting book. But the one thing that stuck out to me, because I love it, was they have a food section where they give you 2 recipes, and then they have a drinks section where they give you 4 recipes for how to make drinks that you might find in the Pathfinder universe. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do a little drinking session. Myself and behind the camera Steve, and you can't see Steve, but he's making faces at me this whole time. But give me a moment and we'll get to it. Hi, so welcome back. So welcome to Cooking with Jared. No, I'm joking. This is never going to happen again. This is insane. So the first one we're going to do is, excuse me if I say this wrong, again, pronunciation keys are important. So this is the Carpenters Twist. Carpenters is part of it's a democracy. It's a small subsection. It's from the Carpenters Hills, and what it says is true Carpenters is rare, but it can nonetheless make for a delightful daytime drink with the subtle addition of fruit and sugar. If you can't afford Carpenters, any bubbling wine will do. Basically, when you read these instructions, they're going to refer to stuff in the Pathfinder universe, which isn't in the real universe. I mean, some things is, like raw sugar and stuff like that, orange peels, sure. But the specific wine is not from, you can't get it unless you have a time machine. And then let me know, or dimension rift machine thing, let me know, we'll go hang out. They tell you, hey, any bubbling wine. So I got a sparkling wine, bubbly. It actually says bubbly on it. It's barefoot. I don't know if you can see that, barefoot, but Prosecco. So I'm going to open it. So this is going to shoot somewhere, and it probably is going to hit Steve in the eye. I'm excited. Are you? Is it? It's going to hit a camera or Steve or my window. So I'm going to go to my sink right here and do this. I did it, and it didn't explode. The drink says, place a sugar cube in the glass. Raw sugar. I could not find cane sugar as in a cube in my local supermarket. You would think in New York you could. Then it calls for something called orange flower water. Now that's a specific thing. You can find it on Amazon. Whole Foods has it. I think Walmart has it. So many stores have it. You just might have to order it to get it in. It's an 1/8. It calls for an 1/8 teaspoon orange flower water. But what I do have is orange extract, which works equally as good. Steve is mocking me, by the way. If you like orange, then you'll enjoy this, right? So orange, a teaspoon of almond extract, and fill the glass slowly with your bubbly. Chilled. I had this in the fridge. You saw, so there's not an exact amount. So we're gonna fill. All right, cut a thin strip orange peel, twist it against the inside of the rim, squeezing the oils onto the glass. Leave the rest in for garnish. So there's this YouTuber who does bar stuff and plays D&D. So if they happen to see me doing this and they want to teach me how to properly be a bartender, I would love to sit down and play D&D with you and go through the steps and then leave it in there. So on the screen now, Steve's going to bring up the picture that's part of the book so you can see what it looks like and you can see what mine looks like. So I'm going to take a sip and we'll let you know. Actually, it smells really good. It smells actually delicious. Here's my sip. We'll see how it goes. Smells almond-y and wine. So they don't give you an option, like they don't tell you what kind of wine to choose, a sparkling wine. I went with a white wine. I kind of was looking at the picture. So if you look at the picture, it's very similar coloration. So clearly they went with a white wine. Now I'm not super rich. So I went with a medium priced wine. Obviously, if you have the money to spend for a better quality wine, you'll get a better quality drink. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It was fairly priced. It's a white, it's dry, and that's the problem with the almond. It kind of creates like a dryness, but there's a lot of sweet, and it's orangey, right? That's the thing. Like you, up front, when you smell it, like it's almond, right? Almond and orange. So it has a nice smell, right? Like it has a nice head to it. Yeah, it's orangey, but it's dry, like I'm dry, like it's dry. It's very dry. I probably chose like the driest wine possible. And I'm sitting here like, oh God, it's so dry. If that's something you like, you'll love this, right? It's just orangey, it's fresh. We're coming to an end of summer right now. So this I would drink outside near my bar, like when I'm making a little fire, like when we have a fire pit. I would drink this and like kind of chill with it. It's not my cup of tea, but additionally, I do drink like absinthe straight. So my taste buds are burnt. But I like it. It's not terrible. You probably do better. I could do better with a different wine flavor. But I like it. It's good. It smells nice. That's the first thing most people smell. Like, it's the first thing you get. But yeah, so stick around. We got 2 more to do. So, welcome back. So, after that first drink, we're going to move over to the Isle of Kortos. If you've played Extinction Curse, you know exactly where that is. That's if you played Extinction Curse and what's the other one? Oh, the Guards, Agents of Edgewatch. Isle of Kortos is where Absalon is, one of the largest cities in Golarion. It was like the main large city. It's almost like reminiscent of New York. It's like a huge metropolis. So, the Onishani tonic in the Isle of Kortos. Onishani is a popular pre-meal drink. While often sipped straight, it's sometimes mixed with other ingredients to dilute the alcohol and bring out its sweeter notes. I'm sorry if I butcher this. Anais or licorice flavored liqueur can take the place of Onishani, but I urge you to find proper Onishani for the best results. Well, we looked, we couldn't find it because Amazon doesn't deliver from the Isle of Kortos. It was going to take too long, so we couldn't do it. So we got Lord's. It's a good substitute. It's a licorice based flavor. That's what we're going to use. Got my mineral water because that comes in. Got my glass and my raw sugar because it does take a teaspoon of sugar. Makes the medicine go down. Because that's what tonics use. Tonics, right? Like we've all heard tonics used as a medical reference. And yeah, so this is a tonic. So the first thing is chill the inside of a glass with clinging ice. Sadly, I didn't prep clinging ice this morning in my spell book, and Steve didn't come with it either. So we're just going to have to use it the old-fashioned way. We're going to put ice cubes in the ice glass. Also, thank you very much to Tina. She got these awesome NVNG glasses made for us. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put it down there in that little camera. Hopefully you can see it. This is engraved with NVNG, or Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gained. That was our original logo way back in the day. It's been changed a few times, but I still got my glasses. All right, so ice in the glass. Chill the inside of the glass with clinging ice and add the liquor, lemon juice, and sugar. Swirl in glass for several seconds and top off with mineral water. Garnish with lemon if desired. Ironically, hopefully Steve can bring up this picture. but in the glass, like you could see the clinging ice. It's kind of like on the edge. So that doesn't look like a lemon slice. It looks like a lime slice. I know I'm nitpicking here, but it just looked like I was like, oh, I need limes. And I was like, I don't need limes. So this is going to chill. Everybody chill. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Oh, come on. If you don't get these references, we can't be friends. Batman Forever, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. So we need 2 ounces of the liquor. So, if you don't know, 2 ounces is 4 tablespoons. And I just so happen to have a tablespoon. Oh, that is licorice smelling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, it says lemon juice and sugar. So swirl in glass for several seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to drink it. Top with mineral water. Top off with mineral water. So I'm gonna like try and float the mineral water. That's my spoon. That's right. Like this, right? I think that's enough. And then garnish. Garnish. Oh, there's a seed right there, Steve. Get rid of that seed. We garnish. All right. Thumbs up. That is delicious. I drink that all day. It tastes like a melted icy. If you've ever had like the lemon ices from like the pizzeria or just the lemon school ices, it tastes exactly like that. Like this is delicious.
This time with alcohol.
And this time with, it's an adult drink. So I love it. It's good. Lemony as all heck. You do the aftertaste at the very end is obviously the licorice, right? Flavoring. It's not overpowered. I thought like 2 ounces would be a lot. The ice cools it down very nicely. The lemon is, it called for like a little bit of sugar, and that sugar raises everything. Like it just makes everything pop. It's really good. Very simple. You can have this on a nice hot summer day. And just cool off with it. I'm gonna make like a bucket of this for like a party. But stick around. We have one more to go. Hi. So welcome back. This is the last drink. It's called the spiked mint tea. Very much, if you've ever had a mint julep, it sounds very similar in how you make a mint julep. So calls for a sweet whiskey or bourbon, which is usually used in a mint julep. Mint. I made homebrewed mint tea, but I drank most of it. So, and the only other thing you have to do is make a spiced simple syrup, which I made right here. It has all the stuff in it. You're supposed to strain it and stuff, but I'm just gonna use a spoon out the stuff I like and leave the crusty bits in there. But they give you the recipe for the whole thing. So, mint teas are popular in many parts of northern Garund, and they are customary to drink to offer a guest. As these teas are exported, it's no surprise the alcohol versions have also become popular. So, completely remove stem from mint leaves and muddle 3 leaves into the bottom of a glass. Normally these are made with highball glasses, like the tall thin glasses. I don't have that. I have this glass. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I like mint, so I'm gonna put a little more mint than it calls for. If you don't have mint, just understand mint is a weed. It grows very wild here in New York. You could just put it in your backyard and have it grow. Wild mint, at least. Smells nice. So I gotta muddle it. I feel like there's gonna be people out there who are like, how don't you have any of that stuff? And I moved like a lot. And every time I moved, I lost stuff. And a lot of it was liquor set stuff because like, oh, I don't need it. I'll buy some more. You know, buy more. You just lose it. All right. Muddle in the cocktail glass. Add spiced simple syrup, whiskey, and tea. Then top off with ice chips. So combine 4 equal parts iced mint tea, 2 parts sweet whiskey, and 1 part simple syrup. So just talking about the part system and how it works. So I'm using a half a cup, which is about 8 tablespoons or 4 fluid ounces. So now it says 4 parts. So after this is my 4 parts. This is my whole. And then so 4. So 8 tablespoons. So now I have to use 4 tablespoons or 1/4 of a cup of my whiskey. Pop. Hold on. So this is 4 Roses, not sponsored. This is what we're using. Use any bourbon will be good. Obviously something that will match the flavor profile that's happening here. And now my simple syrup. So this was a 1/4, and a half of a 1/4 is, so it's 1/8 of a cup, which so half of this is an 1/8. So I have to use an 1/8, so half of this. I'm spraying whiskey everywhere, by the way. They do tell you in the rules, not the rules, but the recipe, to strain it so that you don't have to do this. But it smells so good. Hey, you go in there. So that's about a half. It's about a half. I'm just going to mix. Now it says to add ice chips. I don't want to add ice chips. I'm being rude. And yeah. I've actually been looking at drinking this one for quite some time. All day. So, bottoms up. That's delicious. There's nothing bad to say about that. It's sweet. Not too sweet. You got the mint. The mint comes in way later. Like kicks you in the ass later. It's delicious. I love bourbon, right? So more my drink. B, I love mint, so it's more my drink. I made mint iced tea, so it's fresh, it's cool. If you're not a fan of bourbon, maybe instead of doing two parts, do a part of this and the part like 4 parts of the iced tea, 1 part bourbon, and 1 part simple syrup. And you'll probably, if you're not a fan of bourbon, obviously I am. So this is more my speed. Up front, like as soon as you start, like you smell it, you're hit with the sweetness of the simple syrup. and the simple syrup, it's a spiced simple syrup. So you get all that lovely aromatics like right away. And then you get the mint like right there behind it. Then you finally get to the drink. And then it's refreshing, minty at the end. And it's very nice. I like it. I'm just going to drink this whole thing. But with that being said, I am GM Jared from Nothing Venture, Nothing Game, and I hope you enjoyed this little segment we did here on the different. So there's one more in the book. It's actually it's called the Fruit Cornucopia. It's a fruit punch. I opted out of doing it because I didn't want to make a fruit punch. I wanted the other drinks. I think everyone will like the fruit punch. The only thing in it it's rum. It's a white rum, so it's a clear rum. There are dark rums and clear rums. Personally, from the way I'm reading it, I would get Bacardi coconut rum, and you would have a delicious fruity drink. And actually, in the picture, it's really cool. They have like a little umbrella, like the little umbrellas you have in your glasses. But the spiked mint tea, it's delicious. It's really good. Yeah, not much to say about this. Out of all three, I think my favorite was something. I don't know. But stick around. We're going to have Steve start drinking, and we're going to see what he likes, and we'll have a conversation about it. So. Hi everyone. So I got Steve to come back behind the camera, and he's going to taste the drinks we just made. So yeah, Steve.
First, Jared has suggested trying the Four Roses. I actually haven't had Four Roses yet. It wasn't in my wheelhouse yet. That is pretty good. I like the fact it's sharp on the tongue.
All right. So the first one is, I'm just going to read it from the book. The
tonic?
No.
No.
The Carpenters Twist. The Carpenters Twist is the first one.
Which is?
The wine.
This one?
Yeah.
Still tastes like orange. It still smells like orange. Orange all the way, 100%. That is sweeter than I expected it to be. So at first you get kind of like the sweetness of the orange, and then like I say, what then washes over you is just that wave of almond, because there's like an entire family of almonds in here and all their cousins, and maybe a couple of the second cousins twice removed. But yeah, it wouldn't be my first drink of choice because I'm not much of a complicated drink person.
Yeah.
I'm more of just like, we have something already made here. But yeah, this is something I can see I can enjoy if I wanted something slightly more complicated. I'm going to try that again. Interesting. Definitely interesting.
The next is the spiked mint tea. This is made with the bourbon. So this is the spiked mint tea from Garun. So take it away, Steve.
Okay. Not dying is the first attempt. The same as the first time I said this before. The first thing you smell when you smell this is just all the spices.
Yeah, right.
That's going in a whole bunch of different directions. For me, I don't know. You said you liked it.
I did.
And I like bourbon. Don't think I don't like bourbon. But that's for some reason I don't taste. Well, the mint is like now coming on the aftertaste only. Yeah, you figure with that much with like mint,
yeah.
with all that mint, and it's just like you're waiting for it. And maybe that's what's got my head in a little confusion because did it just cast confusion on me?
It did.
Okay.
They're known for that in Go Run.
Yeah, so it's not that I don't like it. It's not what I expected.
I think you expect more like a heavy, like almost menthol, like mint,
medicinal kind of flavor.
like that heavy, like it's all mint, but the mint is like all the way in the back, leaving to you.
But it's also not sweet. That's the other thing. Is like for me in the beginning is just like you just drink it and it tastes like kind of spiced something. And then, like I said, then a little bit of alcohol hits you, and then a little bit of that mint hits you, and it's all covered with that spices.
Yeah, but it's not terrible.
Oh, I'm not saying it's terrible. It's just like my brain's going for a loop because my brain knowing the ingredients expects a certain thing, and it has trouble finding it.
Yeah. All right, the next was stealing this. The next is the Onishani tonic from the Isle of Kortos.
With the lime, not lime.
Mm-hmm.
So this has had a moment to chill. Actually, what we were supposed to do the first time, but this is actually chilled now. So this has been sitting out a little bit. Same thing. You just smell like the first thing you get is all that citrus because there is a giant lemon slice. We don't know what slice it is, but it's sitting there. Oh man!
Yeah, right.
Oh man!
That's the best one. Yep.
That literally tastes like a 7 Up. It literally tastes like watered down 7 Up with no fizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not mad about it.
No,
I'm not mad about that. I'm gonna. Wow, like here's the thing. I'm more of a when I do drink scotches, bourbons. I usually don't go for mixed drinks, so I understand why people like mixed drinks. So number one, I taste almost no alcohol in that. And yet again, that was one with the wine.
Yeah.
So with wine, with all the other ingredients, but it literally just tastes like 7 Up candy.
Yeah, like you wouldn't know it's there.
Yeah, and this could be like dangerous because you don't know how much alcohol you're actually drinking.
Yeah, like that would do good as a brunch.
Yeah, or like you said, on a hot day because it's iced and
So from us here at Nothing Venture, Nothing Game, that's Steve's take on these drinks. I think we have a clear winner, and it's obviously the wine. Clear winner, the sparkling wine. But let us know in your comments below if you've tried any of these. There is recipes for food, and if you would like to see us cook and set my kitchen on fire, let us know. So from all of us here at Nothing Venture, Nothing Game, I'm GM Jared, and this is Steve.
Yep.
And we are Nothing Venture, Nothing Game, rolling dice, giving advice with a little bit of that New York spice, which is this one. This is the New York spice. See you later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy. I usually don't like drinks like that.